My reading is all-time low, not able to work on my reading scores. All-time stuck at 60s, 65s, but not 79 and above, but I'm putting all my efforts. I've been practicing a lot. Then what is the way out? If you're bombarded with such questions, then trust me, today's video is the one where I unveil 9 killer strategies for a perfect 90 out of 90. If you don't want to miss out on the content, make sure you watch the video till then. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome, packed video on 9 killer reading strategies for a 90 out of 90. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. First is PTE speaking cheat code, second is reading cheat code, and the third is a match winning approach to PTE. If you don't want to miss out on the content present in these ebooks, the links in the description. You can click on any of the links, buy it as a combo, and avail some discounts as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into 9 killer reading tricks for a perfect 90 out of 90. So before we delve into the 9 killer reading tricks, let's understand the modules that contribute marks towards your reading. First come fast, read aloud is the one that contributes 35 marks towards your reading. And then second in the list is summarize. A written text contributes some 4 to 5 marks towards your reading. And then the entire reading module, which is reading, writing, fill in the blanks, choose multiple answer, reorder, reading, fill in the blanks, and choose single answer. And then comes one module in listening called highlight incorrect words, also contributes marks to reading. So when we talk about the 9 killer techniques to get 90 out of 90, we're going to deal with all these modules that I talked about and bring out the best strategy out. Alright, so let's start with the very first killer strategy for a 90 out of 90 in your PTE reading is skip, choose multiple answer and choose single answer in your PTE reading section. Even now, even today in 2025, this trick is very much prevalent, definitely working. You skip it, you don't lose 2 marks, nothing like that. You skip it, what is the advantage? You get extra time. You get more time to solve your reading, fill in the blanks, or reorder, or reading, writing, fill in the blanks. Remember, choose single answer comes towards the end, so we don't worry too much about it. Choose multiple answer comes second in the list. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks you're doing. You finish the 5 questions and then comes choose multiple answer. It may be 1 question or 2 questions. Now you spend some 4 minutes of your useful time into it. Trust me, it's 4 minutes lesser to solve your reading, fill in the blanks, or reorder the paragraph. This is not a priority, and this won't give you any scores. We have so many instances, more than 500 to 1000 instances where people have skipped this and got 90 reading. Absolutely, you can skip them. You don't really have to worry. You don't really have to even practice them on an everyday basis. In the exam, the moment you see the question, click one option and move on. There is no negative marking that this. You don't worry about this module. Have faith in whatever I'm talking about. Have trust in me. Do this and move on. Get extra time through this to solving your reading, fill in the blanks, or reorder. This way you can get more marks. Remember this trick number 1. The killer trick number 2 is about reorder the paragraph. I have seen a lot of individuals worry a lot about reorder the paragraph only because they practice a lot and still one question they take from one website. Again they fall for the trap, again they make mistakes, because that's how the module is. It's a tricky one, and fortunately we don't have to really worry too much about this module because this is not a priority. 2 or 3 questions, hardly 4 or 5 marks. We have again seen instances where people have skipped it completely, meaning just randomly shooting up the answers and then moving on to the next one and solving reading, fill in the blanks perfectly, ended up getting 90 only because the reading, fill in the blanks and reading, writing, fill in the blanks was precise. You skip it and make full mistakes in reading, fill in the blanks, then marks will not come. Skipping will not add marks, remember this. Okay, the point is don't skip this. Rather, you can just try to solve it in under 1 or 1.5 minutes. Post 1.5 minutes, let's say you're still in a contention for the correct answer. You're still not sure which one to go with. If that is the mindset, randomly shoot the answers and quickly move on. Not even a second you should spare. Post 1.5 minutes in your reorder the paragraph. Remember this, and how to practice. You can just check out my video, part 1 and part 2 I made long time back on reorder the paragraph. Should be more than enough. You don't need to practice a lot, because practicing a lot on this will not actually give you the confidence anymore. Because the model is so made tricky that every question has a different strategy. The more you solve, sometimes people become more frustrated. I've seen that. Don't skip it. Probably 1 question a day or 2 questions a day. You can solve it if you really want. On the exam day, 1.5 minutes, apply the strategies into it. Post 1.5 minutes, randomly select and move on if you're not getting the answer. It is not important, it is not important, it is not important. Trust me on this. The killer trick number 3 is with respect to summarize written text. Hardly contributes some 4-5 marks, but still these 4-5 marks come in handy if you're able to fetch the entire 4-5 marks, isn't it? So here people use this brain too much. I ask people, use this too much in reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks, but they say using this too much in reading FIB and reading writing FIB is very difficult. It is very easy to use in summarized written text. So let me use my Albert Einstein's brain, Stephen Hawking's brain in summarized written text. And what do? I take the paragraph and change every word and make it synonym so that I get more marks. 100% no. You use synonym, you mess up the meaning, you mess up everything. I'm telling you, reading scores will go down. At the end of the day, summarized written text is a reading skill. You got to read and then summarize it. So if you're summarizing it in a way that software says all the words are wrong, you've used some synonym which doesn't even fit in, then it gets to know that your reading skills are poor. As a result, your reading scores will go down. Please don't use too much of your brain. Just follow the methods that I've told in the YouTube videos, numerous YouTube videos. Take 2 sentences in between them, add a connector. That's all it is. If there are too many and A and D in the paragraph already located, you can use comma but. In the worst case, if you're confused, take first sentence, put a semicolon, take another sentence, put a full stop. That's all summarized written text is. Exactly copy paste, don't have to write a synonym. You use synonym, marks will go down. Remember this. The next is read aloud. 35 marks, highest percentage of marks from one module, that is read aloud, towards your reading section. 35 marks from read aloud you get towards your reading and speaking both. And here what matters? Absolutely no fumbles, absolutely no intonations. You intonate and speak, your speaking could be still 90, but reading will go down, meaning you wouldn't even know that you have problems in speaking because your speaking is 90. No fumbles, no hesitations, no intonations, no stressing of the words. Don't put emphasis on any of the words. Right now I'm talking to you, am I putting emphasis on any of the words? When you speak naturally, you don't do this. You do this only when you're angry, only when you're sad, when you're happy, then you make these articulations. When you're naturally speaking, when you're going for a shopping, or let's say you've gone to a coffee shop and asked for a coffee. Can I have my coffee? You never stress that. Can I have my coffee, please? You don't do that. Can I have my cappuccino, please? It's a perfect monotonic speech. This is what is required in read aloud. One fumble you do, 1 marks or more than 1 marks you would lose towards your reading section as well. Absolute no fumble, absolute no hesitations. Don't rush, don't speak very fast, don't speak very slow, don't intonate, don't stress. Apart from this, do whatever is left, meaning to speak naturally. Now let me show you a small demo on how to do this in your exam. Attire plays a crucial role in shaping first impressions and expressing individuality. Across cultures, clothing choices often reflect not just personal style, but also social norms, traditions, and even professional expectations. In modern society, attire can range from formal suits that convey authority and professionalism to casual wear that suggests comfort and creativity. I'm just going at a comfortable speed. This is not very fast. This is like going at a rhythm. You can little bit reduce the speed if you want, but this is the tone that is needed to get 35 out of 35 marks from your read aloud towards your reading. You speak something like this: attire plays a crucial role in shaping first impressions and expressing individuality. Marks will not come. Please know this, because this is not the way you read. You read in a way to someone that someone understands it. Clearly, you convey the meaning. To convey, you got to go naturally. Attire plays a crucial role in shaping first impressions and expressing individuality. You have to go at a rhythm. Don't give too much of a pause. If you want to breathe, you breathe and continue. Don't have to, give a lot of pause in between and break the rhythm. Remember this. The killer trick number 5 is about highlight incorrect words. Be careful not to mess up with this. This is a very simple module. You just have to highlight the words which are incorrect. But let's say you highlighted a word which is not incorrect. Then you're going to get negative marking. Negative marking is only for this module. There are some other modules which has negative marking, is what the score guide says. But from my experience, it is only this module which has negative marking. Be very, very careful. In doubt, don't select. If you don't select anything, there is no negative marking. Negative marking is only when you attempt something for which it is not an incorrect word, then the marks will go down. If even in a shadow of a doubt, let's say you are doubtful whether it was incorrect or not, then don't click. Only if you're damn sure, then only click, otherwise not required. Just follow this simple trick you should be able to get a better score from highlight incorrect words towards your reading module. That is around 12 to 15 marks. Easily you can grab from this section. The killer trick number 6, most important trick. From here onwards, it starts with reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks, which is of course the most difficult ones for people. Observe the trap. It's like a girl is saying hi at you, is what you thought, but she is waving at the hunk standing behind you. Six-pack guy standing behind you. This we don't understand. We always think it is for me and we say hi, but she'll be saying hi to someone. Meaning you pick up an answer thinking it's an answer, but it's not an answer. The answer would be lying somewhere there. This is a trap, and that's how the questions will be framed. Your job is to evade, to escape the traps. And how do I do that? By understanding what a trap is, by understanding the story and finding the clues. A very simple thing, but people don't want to read. They just magically want this course to appear just like this. It will not. You need to observe the traps. Know that you're vulnerable for the traps. Whichever you think is so obvious, oh, this is the answer, within a fraction of a second, it's making you think, then think twice or think thrice. It may not be the answer. That could be a trap, because in that way the questions will be set. The options will be given that it entices you to select a particular option, but that's not the correct answer. Let's look at this small example. A very simple one. I'm adding a timer of 2 minutes. Try doing it in under 2 minutes. Post 2 minutes, I'm going to come back and show you how to do it. What is the trap here? Have you fallen for it conclusively or not? Let's understand quickly. All right, let's understand how to do this. The Global Destination Sustainability Index dash the destinations. Now I have seen people lost the destination, proving the destinations, hit the destinations, out the destinations, and also some people will write reveals the destinations that are. Now the correct answer is reveals the Global Destination Sustainable Index. The index, it's a singular noun, he, it's. The index reveals. Some index is giving some information. Here proving is wrong, because is proving has to come, and that's a trap. I've seen people putting this proving for the first one, and because of that fifth one they're out of the options, because proving is already done for the first one, which is wrong, but proving should have been fit into fifth one. Now people will interchange or completely go wrong in both the blanks, meaning one mistake possibly can cost you more than 1 marks in reading fill in the blanks, and this is the trap. First is reveal, second is with time running out, runs out, time is running out. So time is running out is a proper collocation. To keep global temperature to a 1.5 centigrade rise, above which experts warn dash could include. Now people would write heat could include. Just like that, because that's what they see at the beginning, and they just conclusively go with it, which is 100% wrong. Heat cannot include far hotter days. It's the consequences that can include, the implications, the effects. Hope you are getting it. So how do we understand? It's all about becoming more mature. You make mistakes, learn, make mistakes, learn, make mistakes, learn. As simple as that. You should know that you're falling for the traps. If you don't know at all that you're falling for the traps, then you wouldn't be able to do this. In our course, we have reading mock only, more than 600 or 650 marks, which has questions followed by approach, which I have discussed. In the class as well, we do this. So anytime you need online assistance, you can join us. WhatsApp link in the description. The next one, consequences could include far hotter days, higher sea levels, and off instead of collocation. No. Instead of loss of is also collocation. Now get the context. Loss of nearly all world's coral reefs. You lose the corals, that's what it says. The last one, some are dash, but some are proving better. You prove better than him. Collocation. Hope you are getting it. So it's all about a lot of things here. Understanding, not falling for the traps, being more patient, knowing that you fall for the traps, you escape them. Something that fits in so clearly. And if you're thinking that's the answer, it's because it's so obvious, at least think twice or thrice. I'm telling you, at least twice or thrice you think, so that you would get to know this could be a trap, I have to select something else. This is a trap story. People are falling for the traps. Avoid it with this killer technique. We take one more example where people completely fall for the traps. This is a great example, trust me on this. Now your job is, in the next 2.5 minutes, prove it to me that you have learned not to fall for the traps. 2.5 minutes on the bottom right. Here you go. Alright, I really hope you've tried your best not to fall for the traps. Let's understand if you have fallen for it or not. The researchers claim that usually by goes with ing. By doing this, by eating this, by singing this, by stimulating individual cells in the retina, the laser pushed there. Now people, right, the laser will push their eye. It will take the eye out and push it. No meaning at all, isn't it? Give it a thought. Laser cannot push your eye. It can give you a better perception. It can give you a better sight, isn't it? Laser push their perception, not eye perception, beyond its natural limits. Now the strategies directly come to the third blank. Don't read in between, not required. You see the third blank and try to solve using grammar or collocation if you can. If you cannot, then probably need to go back and read one line at a time. Alright, we dash from the beginning. We know from the beginning. We dashed from the beginning that it would look like. We conducted from the beginning. We predicted from the beginning. That's it. So we predicted from the beginning that it would look like an, after an, A, E, I, O, U sound has to come. An unprecedented color signal, not I color signal. Unprecedented means something that you have never seen before. It would look like an unprecedented color signal that we didn't know what the brain would do with it. Brain has not even seen that color. Now you pop up that color, how the brain would react. That is the research. So it has to be unprecedented, not I. Now if you have selected I, meaning you are not reading, you read further, you get to know we didn't know how the brain would do with it. Meaning it's unprecedented. Meaning it's something that we have never encountered before. The clues are there. You need to find the clues, and this depends from question to question. For every question it varies. It won't be like you do one question and apply the same for all. For read aloud it works. For repeat sentence it works. For describe image, read a lecture, everywhere it works. Reading fill in the blanks it won't work. For the same reason one-to-one class for this will not work. One-to-one 500 classes will work. One-to-one 3 class, what the tutor can finish, because some other question will have some other strategy that you will again fall for, isn't it? The next one, it would look like an unprecedented color that we didn't know what the brain would do with it. Was quoted as saying by the Guardian, it was jaw-dropping. It was wow. It was jaw-dropping. It's incredibly amazing. It's incredibly satisfying. That is saturated. You need to know the meanings of few of the words what are saturated. Meaning it's filled. It's like there's nothing more than that. It feels saturated. Getting it, so it's context at the same time, collocation and grammar you're going to mix to evade from the traps. Remember this killer strategy number 6, very, very important. And to understand more about this, recently I've made 6-hour full course video. The video is somewhere here, Master PTE full course in 6 hours. I have given more insights on this. Also last year I made a video on fill in the blank 6 hours full course. The video is somewhere there. You check them out as well. You will get a lot of concepts cleared. Alright, now we move on to 7th killer strategy. Reading fill in the blanks. Collocations are hidden. What is this collocation? Few words, always go with few words. When you know them in advance, you would automatically know this is the answer for this blank without even reading it, without even understanding it. Now let's look at this small example. I'm adding a timer of 2 minutes. Try solving it in under 2 minutes. Post that, I'm going to come back and show you how to do it. Alright, let's understand how to do this. Back in the day, tissues were nothing dash. Read further, you will get this correct answer. You don't do this, tissues were nothing appealing. That's what 90% of the people write. You continue reading, man. You 100% get to know it's not about appealing, it's not fancy. Just plain cloth. Folks used to wipe their hands or blow their nose. It's just a plain cloth. It's nothing fancy. It's not about appealing. We never talk about appealing thing, attractive thing for tissue, because it's a tissue, man, at the end of the day, isn't it? So they were nothing fancy. That's a collocation too. Tissues were nothing fancy. The next one, fast forward to now, and tissues have become an dash must have. Absolutely need to have it. Collocation, absolute must have is a collocation. Now when you know them in advance, you don't need a lot of time. Within 10-15 seconds or 20 seconds you're gonna finish it like this. The third one, people would just grab a dash or a sleeve to deal with. Akshi, you grab a cloth. Cloth is a rag, you grab a rag. You don't grab a bite. Grab a bite if you're hungry. Now simply you cannot use a grab a bite, just grab a rag. The next one, hygiene started dash on, catching on. It's catching on big time, means people are using it everywhere. It is evident, it's prevalent, it's widespread, it is popular. Catch on. This particular thing is catching on big time. This technology is catching on, means it's improving, people are using it. Collocation. The next one, especially during outbreaks and all that jazz, the dash for, demand for. So collocations will be hidden. Your job is just to play hide and seek and find that thief. That thief is this collocation. You identify, man, it's easy, isn't it? Fine, we go to the next thing, trick number 8, reading fill in the blanks and writing fill in the blanks. You got to use grammar, collocation and context. Let me take an example of reading, writing, fill in the blanks and show you how you can mix these things to get any answer, probably within 1.5 minutes. You don't mix this and simply keep reading from top to bottom and then from top to bottom multiple times. You end up spending 10 minutes per question, and the worst, you don't even get the correct answer. Your grammar knowledge is very much important, collocation is important, and the contextual skills. So I'm gonna give you this simple question. Try solving it in under 2.5 minutes. Post 2.5 minutes, I'm gonna come back and show you how to do it. Let's start. Alright, I really hope you have solved it. Let's understand how to do this. Earth's ecological emergency and the crisis of women's empowerment are linked. Both were born in the dawn of modernity. The 18th century onwards, what happened? Humanity experienced multiple scientific breakthroughs. It's an end of a sentence. If it's an end of a sentence, we're supposed to put a full stop. Do we have a full stop there? No. We have a comma. After comma, then use a connector because you want to continue the sentence. One independent sentence is done. Add a connector and continue. My name is Nakul and I need to use and. But and is also not there. Then use a gerund ing. Remember this rule. It's causing as simple as this. Again repeat. If the sentence is ending, there should be a full stop or a connector for you to continue without putting a full stop. But nothing has been done there, then you use ing to continue, causing productivity and profitability to. Now get the context. Get the context. You cannot simply say profitable to revolve, devolve. Simply like that, you cannot use your kidney, heart, lungs, meaning intuition. Correct? You need a solid proof here as to what it is happening. Is it skyrocketing? Is it revolving? You never say and profitability to high, to go high. High is an adjective, we need a verb. Humanity experienced multiple scientific breakthroughs. Scientific breakthrough means some successful thing, some innovative thing. So it has to go up, it's skyrocket. Not high, skyrocket is a verb, high is an adjective. However, these advances were also a leap back. They conjoined with brutal extractive practices worldwide. The Industrial Revolution came dash in. Dash in is a collocation. It comes enslaved in. It comes covered in. Correct? Enslaved in slavery is a collocation. You need to know this. It comes enslaved. It came enslaved in slavery and was followed by a number of breathtakingly violent wars. Number of so many wars. Succession of wars. Not susception, susceptibility and perception. This is also a collocation. Succession means number one after the other. Number of things that come one after the other. The next we go to a little down. Women began to be seen as lesser people, kept on the margins of science and technology. Now they're talking about negative things. They were seen to be lesser people kept on the margins of society or science and technology. Dash of those, no power given, it's deprived of, not instead of. Get the context. Deprived of scientific power, even now only 10.4% of Fortune 500 companies are led by CEOs. This is passive voice. These companies are owned by these people. These people own these companies. These companies are owned by these people. Active voice, passive voice. Here it's receiving an action. These companies are led by. These pizzas are eaten by David. David eats these pizzas. These CEOs own the companies. These companies are owned by CEOs. 500 companies are led by women CEOs. Hope you are getting it. So we have grammar, we have collocation, and we have context. And this is that killer strategy. For every question, you need to adapt to this. You don't do this and simply keep on practicing because you've got some subscription. Just practice in your own way possible. 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Don't expect a great score in the exam. Stop practicing. Fix the approach. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, 4. Once you fix the approach, then you start practicing, you will see a great result. Now we'll quickly move on to the last trick, very, very important trick. Reading fill in the blanks and reading, writing fill in the blanks. At the end of the day, it's vocabulary, vocabulary, vocabulary. Now how do we work on my vocabulary? First thing is read novels, read books, read magazines, newspaper, anything that lay on your hands. But is there any other method through which I can proudly say that my vocabulary is improved in a short interval of time? Then you got to do this one simple exercise for 15 minutes a day. Nothing much, nothing fancy. Just take any paragraph. You identify yourself, the words which are difficult for you. If you join our course every day for 15 minutes, we have this class. We have 15 minutes spelling test, 15 minutes reading skill improvement, meaning vocabulary identification. Then 30 minutes, we have a mini mock. This is a complimentary session, happens every day, no matter what. If you want to join our course, you can join us, link in the description. But yes, if you don't want to invest on a course, then you can do this pretty much absolutely fine on yourself. You can take any random paragraph from internet, identify some difficult words. Your job is now, with the timer, 1 minute in that paragraph, you got to identify the meaning of those words from the context without looking into dictionary. You do this, your reading skills would enhance, and this is what is required for your reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks. You don't have a dictionary in the exam. but you have your brain. From the story, even if a word is difficult, you would be able to make out, you will be able to identify what that word means for the paragraph. I'll just give a simple example. Look at this paragraph. Honestly, I was flabbergasted when I saw the final results. When I saw the final result, I was flabbergasted. I was surprised. I was in shock. This is what it means when you see the word flabbergasted from the context. Now you don't need dictionary. Hope you're getting it, said Meera, shaking her head. Like this, okay. I thought our project was meticulous, but apparently judges found it too convoluted. Alright, so probably they are shocked by seeing the result, meaning result is possibly negative. And I thought the project was all good, explaining everything in a detail, making it more easier. But apparently judges felt the other way. Judges felt it too convoluted, too complex, too complicated. Getting it, you don't need a dictionary for this. This is what is needed. Every day, at least 10-15 minutes, you do this kind of practice. You would not need any dictionary, or you would not need any help with respect to any vocabulary. All you need is the sentence. If I give you a word, probably you would tell me back saying, give me a sentence or a paragraph, I will tell the meaning of it. And in the exam, they're going to give you a paragraph. Isn't it so? So this method works, 100% works. Yeah, replied Sam, they wanted something simple and succinct. Now you make a guess what it means. Meera sighed, maybe we were a bit too zealous. See, I'm already showing what it is. We kept adding layers without realizing it would detract, deviate. Sam nodded. Next time, we need to be more practical. We need to be more pragmatic. Now comment in the comment section what it means succinct, what it means zealous. Let me know if you've got it right. Don't look into dictionary. Alright, I think that's all for today. I really hope this was an informative content. If you also believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm going to park the video here. Soon I'll be back. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.